My name is Denis Mamedov. Today we present a simulation of tricolor LED covering full range of standard red, green and blue colors. Such an RGB LED has been successfully demonstrated by Ostendo technologies. First slide shows the range of color emission achieved by standard tricolor RGB LED. With increased injection current, LED changes emission from red to green to blue. Correspondingly, LED layout includes red, green, and blue color emitting regions. Different color emitting regions are separated by standard proprietary intermediate carrier blocking layers, which provide means to control carrier injection distribution across the active region. To achieve full RGB coverage, intermediate carrier blocking layers must be optimized both in composition and in doping. In this presentation, we will show that intermediate carrier blocking layers, or ICBLs, represent essential part of RGB LED active region design and cannot be replaced by active region selective doping. Doping profile of active region indeed affects the distribution of carrier injection in multi-quantum well structures. However, full RGB color control has never been demonstrated in selectively doped structures. In this presentation, we will show that only combined optimization of both doping and composition of intermediate carrier blocking layers achieves full RGB color coverage. For simulation, we take an example 3 quantum well LED active region with two intermediate carrier blocking layers. This simple layout does not exactly represent the actual proprietary standard design, but is very illustrative and allows minimum number of optimization variables. We will compare optimization results of selectively doped structure with optimization results for Ostendo ICBL structure and demonstrate the advantage of our approach. For structure optimization, we use genetic algorithm which imitates biological evolution in multi-parametric systems. In our first example, we consider selectively doped LED structure without intermediate carrying blocking layers. Only two parameters are optimized in this example. Those parameters are residual doping levels, donors minus acceptors for two quantum barriers, one between blue-green and second between green and red emitting quantum wells. Optimization parameters are varied within some predefined ranges of values. CIE chromaticity diagram is chosen as the RGB LED figure of merit. Distances from LED gamut curve to standard red, green, and blue color points are minimized. In genetic algorithm, a set of unique values of all optimization parameters represent an individual member of evolution ensemble or gene. Like in biological evolution, genes are subject to mutation, so the ensemble population eventually evolves to the best individual with optimal parameter values. The chart on the left illustrates the evolution process. In this first example, we see that full RGB coverage has not been achieved during the optimization. Green region is not fully covered. We also see that the blue-green barrier optimal doping converged to maximal allowed acceptor level. This assumes that the corresponding optimization range probably was taken too narrow. Next slide shows what happens if we extend the optimization range for blue-green barrier doping. Once again, optimal doping of blue-green barrier converge to maximal allowed acceptor concentration. Simultaneously, optimal donor doping of green-red barrier sharply increases and active region becomes electrically unstable. If we look at specific structures marked as A, B, and C, we can see that color control of LED emission is lost during optimization. Each point on the LED color gamut curve represents two-fold increase of LED injection current, so we clearly see the instability of region. Next slide illustrates Ostendo's approach to RGB LED design. Active region design now contains intermediate carrier blocking layers, and optimization includes four parameters: residual doping and aluminum composition for each of two ICBLs. Results of our approach are readily seen. The evolution process converged to a final aluminum composition of blue-green ICBL and completely eliminate the requirement for high p doping level. In this specific example, aluminum composition of second ICBL is not needed. ICBL donor doping just supports the red emission at low LED injection current. Optimized LED demonstrates full RGB color gamut coverage with stable color control. In conclusion, we have proved that Ostendo proprietary intermediate carrier blocking layers, or ICBLs, are an essential design element of RGB LEDs with full RGB color coverage. Intermediate carrier blocking layers cannot be replaced by optimized selective doping of quantum barriers alone. Thank you for attention.